Welcome to GSTEF TV, the home of premium hot gist, the melting pot for celebrity drama, and the headquarters of everything trending, shocking, chaotic, and irresistible. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button on GSTEF TV so you never miss anything happening in the entertainment world, because today's gist is one for the books. What happened between Maurice and Sonia Uche has the entire internet shaking like generator engine during fuel scarcity. The tension that dropped between these two today is so massive that even people who were not in the room are still shouting that the atmosphere changed the moment Sonia walked in. And the craziest part is that it took only one reaction from Maurice to scatter everywhere, confuse everybody, and convince fans that the rumors might actually be true after all. So let me take you straight into the hot scene that has set social media on fire. It was supposed to be a very simple industry hangout, nothing too dramatic, nothing too serious. Actors, directors, influencers, producers, and media personalities all gathered in one place to network, laugh, share ideas, and basically enjoy themselves. There were cameras there, but nobody expected anything extraordinary. Everybody was just catching cruise and giving normal vibes until the door opened and Sonia Uche walked in. The moment she stepped inside, something strange happened. The entire mood in the room shifted like someone pressed a remote control. People who were talking suddenly reduced their voices, side eyes started flying up and down, and even those who were pretending not to notice were secretly watching what would happen next. But the real shocker came from Maurice. He was standing at one corner doing press interviews and answering light questions from journalists and bloggers. He was talking, smiling, gesturing with his hands as usual, giving his normal energy. But the very second Sonia walked in, even though she didn't make noise or call attention to herself, Maurice noticed her. And just like a generator that suddenly shuts down after the petrol finishes, his voice went completely silent. He froze. He did not greet. He did not wave. He did not even attempt to pretend he didn't see her. He just stopped talking. Full stop. Comma vanished. Period. End of sentence. The interviewer was confused. The cameraman was adjusting his camera like something went wrong. The people around them were watching to see if it was a coincidence or something deeper. And Sonia herself, who was walking confidently into the hall, paused for a second when she noticed that all attention had turned to her. It wasn't the normal attention she usually gets. This one was different. It was thick, heavy, suspicious, charged. Like electricity that refused to pass through the wire but is still vibrating inside. Sonia looked at Maurice briefly, and instead of giving her usual friendly smile, she simply blinked slowly, turned her face away, and walked further inside. But that short eye contact. That 2-second moment. Social media analysts and fans have already broken it down like FBI agents studying crime footage. Maurice's reaction was so strong that even if someone didn't know the backstory, they would immediately sense that something deep was going on between them. How can someone be talking normally, comfortable, relaxed, confident, and the next minute silence hits him like the Holy Ghost descended? People said it felt like he saw something he was not prepared to face. Others said it looked like he was caught off guard, like someone who has been hiding something and suddenly the person he was hiding it from walked into the same space. Within minutes, clips from the scene started circulating online. Fans began screaming everywhere, posting comments, analyzing the movement of his eyes, the way his chest rose as he breathed in sharply, the slight shift of his legs, the way he held the microphone tighter, and even the way the interviewer awkwardly smiled as if to say, "Do you want us to cut this interview short?" And let me tell you, fans did not come to play. The reactions are hotter than Instagram comment fights during celebrity breakups. One fan wrote, "No man goes silent like that unless emotions choke him. This one no be acting. This one touched him spiritually." Another fan posted, "If Maurice and Sonia Uche are not dating, then this world is an illusion because the way he shut down when she entered is not ordinary." Somebody else commented, "The silence was so loud it woke the ancestors. Something is going on, and they cannot hide it forever." Another trending comment said, "This is the kind of reaction a man gives when the woman he's secretly in love with walks in." He went from Maurice to Maurice silent. Somebody also wrote, "I don't know what Sonia is doing to this guy, but she has him in premium emotional detention." Another fan commented, "If you like, deny. If you like, hide." We the fans already know what we know. That pause was not professional pause. That was soulmate pause. Some people even began dragging the producers of movies for pairing them too much, saying, "Una don't cause bond between these two. Now see tension everywhere." Others were celebrating, shouting that this is the confirmation they have been waiting for. Comments like, "This ship don't reach shipyard, this thing don't pass Soto," and "Their chemistry is now entering real life," started trending on TikTok and Instagram. But the real drama happened when bloggers began replaying the video in slow motion. They zoomed in on Maurice's face to capture the exact moment his expression changed. You could clearly see the split second where he recognized her presence. That recognition came with a flash in his eyes. Some fans said it looked like admiration. Others said it looked like guilt. A few said it was panic. But everybody agreed on one thing: the energy between them is not normal. Meanwhile, Sonia carried herself like someone who intentionally refused to fuel the fire. She didn't act uncomfortable. She didn't act dramatic. She didn't act emotional. She simply walked past like a queen that already knows the entire room is watching but chooses not to give anybody the satisfaction of reading her emotions. But that calmness, that composure, it made fans even more suspicious because sometimes silence is louder than reaction. Now, let's talk about the eyewitness gist that leaked later. Somebody who was in the room said the tension was so thick that even the fans outside could feel it spiritually. According to this person, Maurice kept glancing at Sonia from the corner of his eye even though he was trying to pretend he was paying attention to the interviewer. They said each time he tried to talk again, his voice refused to come out properly. He was clearing his throat too many times. He was rubbing his hands together. He was adjusting his shirt unnecessarily. And these are things he normally doesn't do. The eyewitness said it looked like he wanted to walk up to her but something held him back. As if he didn't want to make it too obvious that the reason his entire body paused was because she entered the room. At the same time, Sonia was acting like someone who wanted to ignore everything happening around her, but she kept adjusting her back strap over and over again, which is unlike her usual confident stance. So even though she was acting neutral, she was internally fighting her own tension. More reactions kept pouring online. One comment said, "The two of them need to just tell us they are married so we can rest." Another person said, "Maurice's reaction is giving 'I wasn't ready to see her today' vibes." Somebody else said, "That man loves that woman. I don't care what anybody says. No man reacts like that unless the love is deep." Another viral fan comment said, "Maurice is finished. Love don't catch him. This one is permanent shock." Someone also wrote, "Even if they deny this thing for the next 5 years, we the fans will still remind them that this pause was the day everything was exposed." People even started making memes. One meme shows Maurice talking confidently in one frame and then suddenly freezing in the next frame with the caption, "When they enters and you're not ready to face your emotions." Another meme shows Sonia walking like a boss and Maurice standing like a statue with the caption, "Love 1, composure 0. Some fans believe that Maurice's silence was not just shock but emotional overwhelm. According to them, maybe the feelings he has been suppressing suddenly rose to the surface when he wasn't mentally prepared. Others say maybe they had a conversation earlier that didn't go well, and seeing her again triggered unfinished emotional business. People are even speculating that maybe they are secretly together, maybe they had an argument, or maybe they agreed to keep their relationship low-key and the presence of cameras made him freeze. Whatever the reason, that small moment has now become one of the biggest conversations online. People are creating long analysis videos, body language breakdowns, spiritual interpretations, psychological explanations, and exaggerated theories that are hotter than the gist itself. And trust Nigerians, they don't need evidence. Once they pick a narrative, they run with it like Usain Bolt. But one thing is clear, fans believe they saw raw emotion from Maurice, something unscripted and unplanned. And for many people, that is the strongest proof yet that something deep is happening between him and Sonia. As the video continues to circulate, more fans keep dropping reactions like, "Tension is now a character in their relationship. This silence spoke louder than any interview. Maurice has fallen your cutter. You cannot hide love forever. This ship is sailing whether they like it or not. And today's gist has given me life." And of course, as always, people are now begging for a movie featuring both of them because the real-life chemistry is hotter than any scripted romance. Some even said Nollywood should quickly cast them in a lovers quarreling role because the energy we saw today is enough to carry an entire film. At the end of the day, the entire internet agrees on one thing: that reaction gave everything away. Even if Maurice and Sonia deny it tomorrow, people already saw something in that pause that cannot be unseen. If you love this gist and you want more back-to-back hot stories like this, make sure you subscribe to GistF TV. This is where you get premium entertainment gist, fresh, raw, and unfiltered. More updates are coming because this Maurice and Sonia matter is not ending anytime soon, and your girl is here to serve you every detail as it unfolds.